Hey everyone, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, January 26, 2010. It's the last Tuesday in January. I just posted the winner for the January Harry Potter paper piecing drawing, and it happened to be a friend of mine, HP5 Freak. My 12-year-old son is homesick today, and I had him choose a name for me, and that's who came out of the hat. So congratulations to the lovely Amber, HP5 Freak. First I want to show you the last couple of Batiks on Black blocks that showed up in the mail the day after the drawing. So this is a lovely block. This is called Bee Treat. This is the block that I designed at my retreat last year. I did this on graph paper. We had a little block challenge where we all made a block out of our community scrap basket, and I pulled some fabrics out and drew this up and made it at retreat. And this is the first one I've seen made since I made the original block at retreat. And I got these last two blocks, which ironically are from Lacey herself. These will go right back in the mail to Lacey, and she should have those probably by the end of the week. I also received in the mail from the lovely Leslie Shea, also known as Shea Bay. She made these fantastic custom patches for my quilting group, so these will be the prize for HP paper piecing this year. There'll be a monthly drawing, as I have done the entire time I've owned this group, but this year the winner will get a patch, which these are stitch-on patches right now. I may add an iron-on stuff to the back so you can iron them on, or I may just leave them as is and let the person who gets them decide if they want to use iron-on or if they just want to stitch them on. And the monthly winner will also receive a grab bag of scrappy fabric. I talked about on my public blog and on my private blog last week how I've been volunteering for the Linus Connection for a really long time, and our numbers have been recently really low, which anybody that volunteers or works for a nonprofit realizes that the last couple of years have been really hard on nonprofits. Our blanket numbers have been down, and I think it's just the economy's been really hard on everyone, and it affects nonprofits as well as everyone else. So when we don't get enough blankets, then that means there are kids that aren't receiving blankets. So we are forced to decide who doesn't get as many blankets as they requested, and it's a really hard decision to make. I put a plea out through my blog and through my personal blog to anyone who's interested to send me their orphan blocks. Specifically on the sewhooked blog, I requested log cabins because those are really easy to put together as a whole, and they can be scrappy, and it looks great. I also requested yarn blocks. Now, this is not associated at all with Linus. This is just me as one person collecting for Linus, and then I will put all this stuff together and it'll be donated to Linus. My online friends, being as amazing as I always know my online friends are going to be, have already started sending me things for Linus, which just blows my mind. The amazing Leslie Shea, who, as I showed you earlier, made these great patches for my quilting group, said she sat down to make a couple of blocks, and she ended up making an entire quilt top. So she showed this on her Talk to Me Tuesday, I think, already, but I wanted to show you guys because it's great. And she made this wonderful basket weave blanket and sent it to me, and I will have that quilted and it will go to Linus, and it's a nice good size, so it's like the size for a teenager. And one of the questions we get asked a lot is, what size blankets do we take? We take anything from preemie all the way through teenagers. So early preemie babies get tiny blankets that go over the little incubators to keep the light out, all the way up to teenagers who get either, really the largest we take is twin size, but lap blankets and things that wrap around that are big enough for a teenage kid. So everything in between. There's no set size. It's literally everything from 24 square all the way up to twin size and anything in between. And we give to boys, we give to girls, we give to all ages, we give to abused kids, kids that are homeless, kids that are in foster care, kids that are sick. It's just all variety of kids, any kids in crisis, and this is all Central Texas. So even if you don't give something to me from my charity that I support, seek out something locally, a hospital, a nonprofit group. They're out there, they need you, they need your help, especially if you're a crafter, if you can handmade things. Even if you only donate one thing a year, it will help someone, and it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing feeling. And it's amazing to get feedback from these facilities when you realize like just how awesome that one blanket that you donated, how it can change someone's life. Also, I want to show you, I got a great big stack of quilt blocks from the lovely Grain Damaged. And these are all different sizes. I said on my live journal that I would take orphan blocks from any of my friends, and that's what I've got. These are all orphan blocks, and I'm just going to keep collecting until I have enough to make a whole quilt out of, or make hopefully more than one quilt. This is Tackett, who loves to visit on Talk to Me Tuesday, and I don't know why, but he comes every week when I'm in here talking. Okay, you gotta go. So off my soapbox and on to the rest of my show and tell. Speaking of Linus, I have several Linus blankets in progress. First one I'm going to show you I'm calling my shawl gan, because I had bought a great big bag of yarn at the thrift store, and it was all brand new yarn, still in the labels, and it was in a big plastic bag. And when I got it home and dumped it, in the middle of it was an almost finished shawl, and some of the colors that, you know, there was a lot of black in the bag, so it was actually solid black. So what I did was I stuffed it in my stash, and I didn't think about it for a long time. And I was cleaning my stash out, and I found this shawl, which the black side is the shawl. And what I did was, I took the black shawl and I just kept crocheting. I did the green side, and I just decreased until I got to a point. And I left the sides, I actually left them, see how they're not, these corners aren't points. And I thought it looked kind of cool, and that's how the shawl was, so I just left it. And then I did a border. I actually did two borders. I did green first, so you can see the green there, and then I did black all the way around. So that's one finished Linus blanket for me for this month. I've been working on this one for a while. I just got kind of bored with it and put it aside. This is the Oh Wavy Baby pattern, and I did it in browns. It's not done yet. I still have probably another couple skeins of yarn to add to it. It's coming along really nicely. And this is the yarn Mkissa that you were eyeballing, so I thought I'd give you a look at the skein. This is my last skein of it. It didn't have a wrapper. It's soft though, like Karen. I bought it from a yarn sort of seconds store that used to be online. It's Angel Crafts, I think is what they're called, but they're not around anymore. They don't sell yarn anymore, so I have no idea how to get more of this. And I haven't seen it in a store, so I don't know even what brand it was. Also, I have another small in progress. I told you I cleaned out my stash, so I put all my pastels together, and I'm just doing I'm going to do a Granny Gan that'll probably be toddler size when I'm done with it. It's in progress as well. This is my Sisterhood of the Traveling project. Beshnila has organized a little project for the Talk to Me Tuesday girls, and she's done this over on Ravelry. This is for everyone that knits and crochets, and what we've done is there are two projects. Project one is a charity project, so we're all doing a 3-inch strip that's 33 inches wide, and she's going to piece all those together, and that'll be for the Linus Connection. And I did the Snapdragon pattern, if you can see that. Snapdragon. It's a real basic shell that you see anywhere. And then we are also doing, some of us, not everyone's doing this one, this is the table runner swap, and we all made 10, or are making 10, because it's still early yet, 10 of these, and then we'll swap these out, and they're all supposed to be the same color, the same pattern. So I went ahead and used the same color yarn as my Project 1 yarn for the Linus blanket. The blanket will actually go back to the Linus Connection. And so that's my Travelhood of the Sisterhood of the Traveling project. I knew I'd get it all out. And Beshnila, I will have the long strip and the 2 for you mailed off ASAP. Tackett is determined to be part of this video. I think that's pretty much it for this week. Go have a look at the page for the Linus box, and I'll put a link in the sidebar. And happy crafting. I will see you guys next week. Oh, and yes, P.S. I did get new glasses. I haven't figured out how to deal with the glare without doing like sultry over the top, which since my mom watches this is probably kind of uncool. Sorry, Mom. So I'll figure that out. I have no idea. We'll work on it. And that's going to be it. I'll see you guys later. You have a great week. Bye.